Finally, that endless countdown to the Iowa caucus is just about over. Voters about to take precedence over pollsters. We'll get to all that in a few minutes. But first, a little presidential politics with a high-profile voter. Jane Fonda was in town over the weekend to accept an award at the Coolidge Corner Theater in Brookline for her impact on film and American culture. Part of that impact, of course, has been her activism on a variety of fronts. And at age 78, she's not stopping. In fact, she recently joined a movement called Stop Hate, Dump Trump, which I asked her about when we sat down yesterday.
What's happening on the right in the Republican Party is really scary. And the reason that I signed that stop
Hate, Dump Trump, yeah.
Right, is I know him, and I don't dislike him particularly until he starts talking that way. And what's really bad about it is that it makes our fight against terrorism, against ISIS, all the harder. Young, disenfranchised, unemployed Arab kids, men and women, boys and girls, hear this and they think, ISIS is right when they say there's a war against Muslims. And it's going to make them, want to throw in their lot with terrorists.
I didn't know you knew him. So many people I know, some people I know who know him, and there aren't that many, say this isn't who, not to defend him, this isn't who he is. He's just a master opportunist. Which camp do you, is he the racist as he's portrayed?
I have no idea. Okay. I don't know if he's just an opportunist. He's given me money for my nonprofits.
I want to talk about one
I hope that'll hurt him.
Doris Kearns Goodwin is quoted, let's just stay on Trump for one more second, in the Huffington Post saying, and I'm paraphrasing, a couple of days ago, we in the media have been enablers of Donald Trump. We have created this monster in her estimation. Are we guilty as charged?
Well, I think so, because it's a business. It's about ratings. It's about advertisers. And if Trump is on, people are going to tune in. I've never watched Republican debates the way I have this year. Yeah. Why? Because they're colorful.
Do you have a candidate?
Huh?
Do you have a candidate?
Yeah, I do.
Who is it?
I will have to say, I love Bernie Sanders. I love him. I love what he's saying. I think his presence in the campaign is very important. I support Hillary. Why? Because never has the world been in a more complicated situation. And I think that she is the only one that's in a position to really know what to do when the hits the fan. And I think it's important to have a woman as president. But I do think that experience matters. I know that Bernie Sanders said it matters, but it's not everything. It's not everything, but it's really important right now.
Young women have not embraced Hillary Clinton like older women have. And there was a story in the New York Times the other day about how Lena Dunham came back from New Hampshire campaigning with a passion for Hillary Clinton with Abby Wambach, the great soccer player. And then there's a New York Times story saying she's at a dinner on the Upper East Side a couple of months ago, obviously you've read it, saying that she is deeply troubled, as many young women are, about how Bill and Hillary Clinton both treated the women who accused Bill Clinton of sexual assault and worse. What's your reaction to that?
Well, one reaction, and I've written to Lena saying thank you for not getting scared by that and just kind of like backing away, because a lot of celebrities, if they have something like that happen where something they say privately goes viral, they'll say, I understand in a way. When you're married to somebody that you love and that you're really invested in his future, which is also your future, and you really believe that it's important for a country, and he's accused of all the things that he's been accused of and been guilty of in some cases, I understand what happens to your head. It kind of in a smaller way has happened to me in my life. I've been married 3 times to, certain kinds of men. And both Clintons have admitted that they are very good at compartmentalizing. And I understand where it's coming from. It doesn't mean that in her heart of hearts, that's really what she believes. And I think that when she's president, I don't think that a behavior that reflects that kind of approach, that people are referring to, is going to be how she operates in the White House.